So yeah, this is Money Fools and Horses box set, and I love this series. I think it's one of the best British comedies ever to be made. And I wasn't around when this came out. I wasn't even born yet. But yeah, I saw my dad watching it, but I wasn't really interested at the time though. But it was on Gold quite a lot, so there was nothing on TV. So I started watching Only Fools and Horses, and I got really interested in it, and I got the box set, and it has the lid there. It has Only Fools and Horses logo, the complete collection. I think this has cutscenes. I'm not too sure, but I'm not really that fussed. It's got a picture of Del Boy, Del Boy, Rodney, and Grandad. There's the logo again. And yeah, it's got Del Boy again. And Rodney and Uncle Albert. This is when Leonard Pearce, who plays Grandad, dies, so they replaced him for Uncle Albert. This show started in 1981. Just open the lid. Just went on for a very long time, this series. Series 1 and 2. It's got Del, Rodney and Grandad. It's got all the name of the episodes. Big Brother, that's a good episode. It's a good way to start the series. Go West Young Man. Cash and Curry. Those two are good episodes. The second time around, I can't remember what happens in that one. A full bus to Changford. I found that one quite boring. The Russians Are Coming, that one's alright. Christmas Crackers, that's a good episode. And series 1 is basically finished from there. And then it's the long legs of the law. That's when Rodney gets a girlfriend, which is a policewoman, which is quite funny. That episode. Ashes to Ashes. That's when Trigger's grand dies, and Del and Rodney look after Trigger's grand's belongings, and it has Trigger's granddad's ashes in there, and then it's The Losing Streak. That's a classic episode, that one. I really love that episode a lot. That's when Del Boy and Boyce have a card, play a game of poker. No Greater Love. Rodney's got himself a bird at last. Unfortunately, she's no spring chicken, and her. Oh yeah, that's the one when Rodney goes out with a woman who's like in her 40s. The Yellow Parry. Which one's that one now? I think that's the one when they paint that Chinese man's shop yellow. It never rains. That's when they go to Benidorm and Grandad gets arrested. That's another classic one, I think. And The Touch of Glass. That's also another classic episode. That's when they get offered to fix this chandeliers in someone's mansion, and Grandad drops the chandeliers. That's a really funny one. And then it's diamonds are forever. That one's okay. It's not my favourite one though, but I love the bit when Del asks the singers to sing Old Shep. Yeah, that's Series 1 and Series 2 are a great series. It's got a Series 3 out, put Series 1 and 2 back in there. This is Series 3. Oh yeah, by the way, I love the artwork for this, it's really cool. Yeah, it's got Del, Rodney and Grandad again, with those £10 notes. It's the complete third series. Oh, I haven't really showed you the disc yet, haven't I not? This is just a leaflet with all the Only Fools and Horses merchandise. Series 1 and 2. Love the artwork on the disc. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah. I'm not going to read them out though, all the episodes though, but you know, I'll just read some of them. Homesick, that's I think that is the one when Grandad collapses on the floor, and that's when Rodney becomes the chairman, and then yeah. I can't remember the next episode. Friday the 14th. I think that is the one when they all go to Cornwall, and there's an axe murderer there. And Yesterday Never Comes. That's when Dale goes out with this posh tart, Miranda, and that's quite a funny episode. Then it's May the 4th Be With You. Which one's that one now? Sorry guys, I'm just reading this. I just want to know which one it is. So just bear with me for a second. Oh yeah, that's the one when Del has an old friend. Well, it's not really an old friend though. It's let's just say schoolmate, but not a schoolmate. He used to be a boy. Roy Slater. That's when he sees him, and he accuses Del and Rodney and Grandad of stealing this microwave oven. And then it's Wanted. That's the one when that's quite a funny one actually. That's when Rodney thinks that he's going to get gonna go to jail because of he went to see this woman, and but she's mad, and Del seems to know her, but Rodney doesn't. Del likes winds him up with it. Then it's who's a pretty boy. That's the funny one. That's when they paint Denzel's flat, and that's when they kill Denzel's wife's parrot off. No, not a parrot, a canary. And when she comes back, she says, "What's my canary doing alive?" And they don't know that it got killed earlier, which I found quite funny. And then it's the thicker than water. That's the one when Del and Rodney's not granddad, dad comes back. Yeah, that's when series 3 ends. Actually, I would read them all, actually, because, you know, won't be much of a review then, won't it not? Just bear with me for a second, guys. Hang on a second. So, Rodney goes out with this woman, but I can't remember what her name is now because I rarely watched that episode. But she's basically like she's kind of related to the royal family, and Rodney goes out with her. And then yes, and that's series 5 finished. Can you just give me a minute, guys, because I need to catch my breath. I've been talking that much. Give me a sec.